What would be sort of your one word for the theme of this new season?
Freedom. I think it'd be someone, a word that you could use with some irony in this season, especially given what's happening in the real world. The idea that, privacy may be viewed as a component of freedom. I think a lot of people look at the Bill of Rights, look at the Constitution, and imagine that somewhere in our expectation of, of our freedoms includes freedom from surveillance, freedom from even transparent intrusion upon our daily events. So we like that idea, and we built it in the poster that we brought to Comic-Con this year. But it also refers to the machine being free itself, finally free of the shackles that Finch have put on it, and charting kind of a bold new course in the future. So we're going to find out what that means.
Now, last season really established the machine as a character in and of itself, a separate character altogether with a personality. What name would you give it?
Well, the government calls it Northern Lights. We call it the Machine because it's the Machine references is just an homage to steampunk and Babbage's original computational engine. If I call it the engine, no one would understand what that meant. So we went with the Machine because the idea that it's circuit boards and electrons, not terribly evocative, but the idea of a machine, the idea of something that does something, is pretty exciting.
That's pretty exciting. Now, when you're building your idea of how your characters are going to evolve this season, where do you want to go with Reese and Finch?
Well, I think they've really formed a friendship and a camaraderie that is pretty durable, pretty strong at this point. But they're going to be challenged in some pretty serious ways this season. This would be the season, I think, in which you'd say the shit hits the fan, and so we will see how the two of them and our core characters get through this season.
Sorry, how is Shaw going to fit into this in this season?
Well, Shaw, we've said this before, she sort of subscribes to the Groucho Marx rules. She wouldn't join a club that would have her as a member. So she's definitely on board with our Team Machine, but coming at it from a slightly different angle, a different skill set, a different, unique personality. The way that she deals with problems, not quite the same way that even Reese would deal with problems. So, we said from the beginning that we wanted to see our world expand, the universe of it expand, and her unique understanding of the relevant side of the equation. Her interest and motivation in tracking down Control is a mysterious character we established at the end of the finale. I think is going to pull us through a great deal of the season.
Now, my final thing is I have a theory, and I want you to break it down for me. My theory is that this whole series is about building an artificial intelligence into a person, and every step we're going into a voice, hopefully one day a name, and hopefully one day a face. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. I think you should. I think we should get you on staff. No, I think that's definitely something we talked about from the beginning, as we talked about at the panel today at Comic-Con. I've long been interested in AI, and I think that you're used to the kind of traditional portrayals of AI in movies, almost universally dystopian and negative. It's always the machine that or the AI. It's Skynet. Terminator is a fantastic movie. Westworld, all these explorations of kind of renegade AI. Fantastically done, but I hadn't really seen a version in which the AI was benevolent. And the question in terms of, well, what would that do? What if you were, working in conjunction with this massive mind that could steer you in the right direction? We just thought that was kind of a great jumping off point.